Hello, everybody, and welcome to our IWC Radio review show of the Day One Premium Live event. I actually called it the correct terminology. I almost said the old form of that. Hope you're doing well. I'm Smoot. We got Beans, Chucks, and Will. Everybody's here. How you guys doing?
Hello.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad.
Is that why we've got to change the name of the game now to the Premium Live Event prediction game?
Yes, we do.
I'm
Only
personally
the WWE one.
Yeah.
I'm personally not doing that over here, but yeah, if you want to do that, I'm not going through hundreds of files to rename pay-per-views to Premium Live Events. I'm sorry.
In the rule of the African Cup of Nations, you would be disqualified from the event
For what?
for not
Incorrect
calling
name.
the competition by the right name.
Yeah.
We'd all lose if you don't show up for another show like you want to do. Then we all have to forfeit, right? I think that's how it works.
Sounds like it.
We don't have a full squad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't do
And we all give up 3 points to the Voice of Wrestling guys or something like that.
They don't
What,
do
like
a
Nick?
show.
Yeah.
No one's ever seen Nick for about 3 years.
I was going to say, I'll send him a message.
Send him an article so he can just, put you on ignore.
It's funny, actually. I did a bit of a. This is how bored I was the other day. I did a clean-up of the random Twitter accounts I've followed over the years.
Mm.
And one of the. I
I
don't know
wonder
if
why
you.
you unfollowed me.
Yeah, well, one of the accounts I followed was, I don't know if you ever remember when Nick worked for WrestleZone. There was you probably call it a parody account called Stupid Paglino. And it was just highlighting all the mistakes he ever made in his articles. And it was really good. I think it's still there. I'm sure it's still on.
I am not
I'm
aware of
surprised
this.
he was a big enough deal to have a parody account made of him.
Well, yeah.
I do seem to remember this parody account.
It's kind of when parody accounts were like the in thing on Twitter.
It's still there. At Stupid Paglino.
Yeah. Just looking it up now. It's got one follower.
The last tweet is basically a pair of balls, really.
It's true. It is.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on the stream.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
it is. Yeah, don't do that.
Whoa!
He also uses a bad word in the top.
He does.
Yeah.
Who
Oh
is
my
that
god!
guy?
It only gets worse as you go down.
Yeah.
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 Baltimore Motel. Go back a minute on that. Go back on your IWC intro refresh thing when you get back.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, over here?
Yeah, that guy's face.
Oh, this one or this one?
No, the one at the top that looks like he's about to kill
Oh,
me.
yeah.
The glasses.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a thumbnail choice for sure.
Wow.
Quite concerned that that's put on as a recommended video next to our Survivor Series show.
He looks a bit
Along with
suspect, doesn't he?
Along with the Golden Girls and some needles.
Randoms.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I think we should have a bit of a celebration, because I think it's certain someone's birthday.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Hey.
Whoa!
That was
Happy birthday,
explosive.
man.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Beans.
Thank you very much, sir.
There you go. And
Is that it? Oh,
there we
That
are.
one was me.
Happy birthday.
Is Rich still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Happy birthday. You guys couldn't hear me,
Thank
but
you.
Sorry.
how's what's the age at now? If I may ask. Like, how old are you?
3-8.
Jesus Christ, holy shit, I'm almost 35 and I feel old.
Yeah, I'm 35 in about 2 weeks. So,
Well, happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you. I
this
did
was-
send you something if you could put up there.
Oh, is it in the other
Oh
window here?
no!
Oh yeah, you're
I've
talking
Got a
about this.
bad
I
feeling
already have
about
one
this, Chuck.
already on the screen here. Hold on.
I've got
Yeah,
a
this is danger.
really
Yeah, there
bad
you go.
feeling about this. Wait. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's good.
Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna hunt the internet for that bloody figure. I'm gonna buy it for myself for my birthday. Oh god.
I threw that together in about 3 minutes when you said it was your birthday. So.
You did a rather good job there, sir.
Really should have found that for you at some point. Like that would have been a good, like, I don't know, Christmas prank from 3 years ago, whenever it came out. This thing really should have done that.
Well, buy him the figure.
Yeah, buy him the figure.
Yeah.
Have it sent to his PO box or whatever.
Oh yeah, because I have a PO box.
Everyone who does a podcast has a PO box.
Oh,
Where else
yeah,
are fans going to send their gifts?
Where can fans send the gifts?
Yeah.
They can request my address on Twitter. What is it? Xavier Wood says DM me.
I don't know. That seems like danger to me.
Don't you need?
Well, it's better than something turning up in a post box.
No,
But I
it's
don't know
not.
what. Well,
I
that
much
depends
prefer
what it
something
is.
to turn up in a post box than someone to come to my door.
Do you not need to have fans for them to send you stuff first?
Well, that would be the starting point, but you know.
So yeah.
I'm more than happy with my my new wallpaper that you've just made for me.
All right. Yeah. Go. Yeah.
I'll print it out, stick it on my wall.
WWE actually had this. You showed the graphic there of the acknowledge me. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Is
that actually?
They're actually selling that as a T-shirt. You can buy.
Really? I
birthday
thought you
t-shirts.
just pulled that together. I didn't realise that was an actual thing.
Yeah, no, it's
Do you reckon Roman will actually wear that when it is actually his birthday?
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something else then. So... Yeah, maybe he will, yeah.
I can see him doing a promo on it.
There's Austin ones as well.
Well, I think I'm going to have to request your address, Beans, because it is still available. It could be there as soon as Wednesday.
What, the figure?
Yeah.
Send me a link.
I just did. Also, I think maybe the picture on the front of the box may be funnier than the figure itself.
Yeah, sure. Look at that. What's going on there?
He looks more like Adam Pearce or something. There's some weird look going on.
Got a bit of a Kurt Angle look about him.
Yeah, he's extra bold.
You gotta send me a link here. Hold on.
It's all in the chat.
What the heck?
Oh, I didn't realise they had all of his names on the back as well. On that T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
The reigning
It's
defending.
not that far off from the pay-per-view prediction game.
That's not, is it?
End all be all best of the best. I haven't heard those.
No. It's just missing Leahy and
Leaky.
Who's that?
Joey. No, that was Samoa Joe.
That's Samoa Joe.
Who
Leaky
also
Joe.
has been released this week.
Yeah.
Leaky
So
Joe.
we'll get
Leaky
into that in a
Jones.
bit.
Not the big dog anymore.
No.
Big Dog, COVID Chief.
Oh my god. I'm trying to find the. There it is. It'll...
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Will was not kidding.
You can spend $25 plus postage on that you can wear one day a year.
Yeah. Might as well get a 3-piece suit.
I don't think you'd make it the whole day because you're probably beaten up. Surely after be wearing.
Oh my God! Sorry, I've only just got a chance to look at that picture. That is a picture of Shawn Michaels. What they used in WWE for like the normal shots towards the end of his career, where they've edited his eye so it's straight, and they've removed his hair.
It looks like a fake bald head. No, it looks like someone like
It
Steve
is.
Austin's head has been put on.
Yeah, it is. It's not. I'll probably be able to find that picture of Shawn Michaels where he's got hair.
Yeah.
That's an incredibly bald head, like, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a prank
that's
of
like-
some sort.
It's like he's never had hair in his life. I didn't even realise that thing was available on Amazon. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am quite tempted to send that to you, just for the lols.
Oh,
Your Amazon history with like quiz books from WWE and figures would be. You'd be getting like someone from WWE contacting you and going, "Are you all right?"
Yeah.
this is already out of date because Karrion Kross and Scarlett are now.
Going across in Scarlet, yeah.
Karrion Kross best Randy Orton impression there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Really is, isn't he?
What is this pose here? Like, what are they going for?
Yeah, the back pose.
What is that?
What's the other one where it looks like he's running through the finish line?
I hope you send that to Beans, absolutely.
I want to see an unboxing video as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It has to stay in the box. It loses its value if you take it out of the box.
That's
Oh
Clearly,
God,
yeah.
you sound like me, mate.
Is that bad?
Everything's in the box. Go in and he looks like he's got a room that's just a shop.
Yeah, you can't actually play with toys anymore. That's just ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you are in your mid-30s, so no, you can't really.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm nearly 40 and the rules change when you're 40.
That's true. You can stop worrying about what other people think about you.
So I'll keep it in a box for 2 years and then I'll go silly on my 40th.
Sounds like a plan.
Which sadly isn't that far away.
Shall we get into the
Yeah, we can get into prediction.
premium live event prediction game?
Yes.
Premium live event prediction game.
The PLE prediction game?
That'll never catch on.
No.
No. I don't know what they were thinking with that, but that's not gonna. Like, I'll admit the whole pay-per-view thing's kind of been outdated with the whole shift to the WWE network, but like, come on.
Didn't they try not long after the network started? When they call them special events for a bit?
They were like network specials and stuff. Yeah.
But it seems they're actually trying to stick with this one because they mentioned it now with the Rumble as well. The Royal Rumble premium live event.
So it's obviously it's another word that they have to use instead of the word that you would naturally use. So now we're going to have superstars saying in all of their promos, "I am entering myself into the Royal Rumble match at the Royal Rumble." What was the thing? Premium
Live premium event.
Live premium event.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Maybe
Hell of
it's
a
just the Saturday ones that are called live premium events and the Sunday ones will still be pay-per-views.
Are they still on any pay-per-view providers?
Gosh,
I
I don't know.
They are here.
Yeah, you can still get them on pay-per-view if you're stupid, essentially.
I was just going to
As
say
they used to
Gervais.
yeah.
Every now
Just
and
say that
again.
on
see
every
those-
pay-per-view. If you're joining us live on pay-per-view, what are you doing? You can get much cheaper on the network.
Oh, you still get over here. You get the adverts for BT Sport box office,
Yeah.
and you could who's paying £20 a go for these shows?
I'd love to find out the figures of it.
I mean, even back back when they were good, I wouldn't have paid £20 a go. But now they're terrible.
true. Sky used to do 15, didn't it? 15.
Yeah. I'd do it for the WrestleMania. But yeah, I wouldn't. Even then, I wouldn't get the non-premium live events.
Do you get both WrestleManias for that, or do you have to pay double?
Oh, that's a good question.
So I'm not paying 40 quid for WrestleMania weekend.
I reckon.
No, I think you did because I remember seeing someone online did it, and you get both. So
that makes more worth it. I may consider that, and then just find a live stream. Okay, let's start these things. So when we were on air last week, we saw that clip of Ridge Holland having his face smashed in by Ricochet's knee and foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was right at the start of the match, and Sheamus had to wrestle the rest of it.
2v1,
match
and he won.
On his own, and won.
As a heel.
As a heel.
Yeah, I don't know who Cesaro pissed off.
Vince, because he's Swiss, right? He's
Vince.
millennial, and he doesn't want to drag him right.
He can't connect.
Yeah, can't connect.
Which is bullshit.
Well, Ricochet's foot did.
Hey.
Has there been any news on what injury he got?
It was a broken nose
Face.
ridge.
Broken snout.
Broken. No, I think is the answer.
Fair enough.
Broken nose, yeah. Broken nose. Oh, that's brutal. Sucks to be him. And also Smoot, because you thought Cesaro and Ricochet would win for some reason. So no points for you.
Yeah.
Show opened, the main show, with the SmackDown tag titles. The Usos retained against the New Day. So again, Smoot drops a point. The rest of us.
You'll be saying that a lot, I feel.
I was like, when I went to watch this, it was kind of like, this is the first match, and I'm like, this is the worst possible match at the start for me, because it's just a match we've seen so many times before, and it just...
like, it's pretty good.
But then when I was watching it, and it weren't bad, but Pat McAfee was just too excited for it. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
It was nauseating.
Yeah. He really irritated me early on.
I did like they called COVID a son of a bitch, but...
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
I mean, I'm always going to give him a pass for his commentary on John Morrison and Miz with the zombies, like, but...
Zombies.
Yeah.
So, good match here. It always is. The hundreds of times they've done it. But, Usos win this one.
Has anyone actually worked out how many times they've faced each other for the tag title?
642.
Yeah, split right down the middle. They need to do another one. Tiebreaker.
Well, that's WrestleMania.
Both nights.
Yeah.
Then we had Drew McIntyre beating Madcap Moss. Who saw this coming? Oh, everyone.
I've only just noticed the graphic. Why is this a match?
What's that?
The graphic on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Why is this a match?
I'm surprised nobody pointed that out last week. Yeah.
I didn't even notice. Sorry.
We didn't get that answered though.
No. It's a very good question, to be honest.
It is a good question. Don't think we'll ever find out. Drew wins. We all get a point for it, and then he goes backstage and gets beaten up by Corbin, right? Corbin and Moss. So,
and supposedly McIntyre has like a neck injury, so he might be off TV
which
for a
is
while.
a bad thing we will get to later.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Well, it's just a kind of overall view.
Apart
of
from obviously
SmackDown kind of
him
thing.
having a folding chair put on his neck, and
Yeah.
obviously he's gonna have neck injuries, but
Possibly a crushed larynx.
Oh.
I think they said on SmackDown it was I can't remember exactly how they put it, but the word contusion was mentioned.
Oh yeah, they
Like-
like contusion.
Did they like that word? But yeah.
Back to tags now. The Raw tag titles also retained. RK Bro beating the Street Profits, which is another drop point for Smoot. It's a bad night.
Yeah.
RK Bro, they seem to be on the same page. I thought this would be falling apart by now. They actually seem to like each other.
Yeah. Orton seems to be genuinely enjoying himself as well, which is
For the first
Don't
time
know.
in 20 years.
don't know, yeah, it's taken long enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember nothing about this match. I probably skipped through it. I did
Yeah,
see the
I
end
did.
where they came together for a kind of assisted elevated RKO, and then they celebrated together with the Street Profits. So they're all bros. Oh, and the Migos.
The Migos, yeah.
Wait, didn't they hit the
They're
3D?
all amigos.
oh god,
Was that the?
Didn't they hit the 3D?
Wasn't that the Usos?
Well, the Usos hit the 3D,
Oh,
which
that's
is now
what it
called the
was.
1D.
The one
well the Usos won off it, didn't they?
Yeah, but you are kind of right. RK Bro, like Riddle did lift forward up into the RKO, so it was pretty much a 3D as well.
Yeah.
It's not far off. So yeah, retain. That's good. Then we had a 20-minute snooze fest. Edge beat the Miz.
Yeah, I kind of fell asleep here. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, this. I didn't understand why it was a thing. I watched the video package. I still don't understand why it was a thing. I watched the match and I still don't. Maurice was out there for a while. Then Beth Phoenix showed up again and
Yeah.
snarled for a while
She
on the
looked
stage.
constipated. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
then
I think
after
that she was waiting for her music to start,
yeah,
weren't
about
she?
5 minutes of music
Yeah.
off, and then she came down to chase Maurice away. And Edge got the spear off the distraction. So this must continue with some kind of mixed tag, probably.
Yeah, I think it's already been announced actually. They're doing it at the Rumble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun. It worked so well when it was Cena and Nikki Bella. So let's just do that again. Yes. Smoot did get a point there. It was actually Will that dropped the point. Too much faith in the Miz.
Did I try to find that?
You did.
Did you? I had him marked for Edge.
Really?
Yeah, I got Edge.
I'll have to listen to the show
Oh,
next.
I've got
last
Miz
week.
written down here.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I
Shenanigans.
don't know what to do here now.
I know what would happen if it were me.
Still letting that go, eh?
No.
All right, I'll let you get away with that one.
I'll go back and listen to the show.
I
Yeah,
remember
you have to
saying
listen to it, and then we'll...
Miz Edge didn't need to win, but I think he was going to win.
Okay. All right. Well, I've updated the scores live on air.
VAR.
Yeah, we'll have to take this. Yeah, we'll have to review the. Yeah, so this one's continuing at the Rumble. Great for everyone. Becky beat Liv. I thought this was Liv's time, but Liv is not going to have a time.
I thought this was a lot of people's time, and they were like, nope, it's just same old, same old.
Yeah.
And then we get to the main event.
Well, the end of
I've got to say, the end of the Becky match, they kind of screwed up because she was obviously supposed to win by putting her feet on the ropes.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the ropes are too far away.
But it didn't help Liv's cause, that, did it? I mean, it wouldn't have been as bad if you'd have, screwed her out of the win, but no, she just lost.
Well, that was it. they were supposed to, and then they were supposed to come back to a rematch, but instead Becky just beat her, and now it's done. So, sorry, Liv.
But I think she did well in the match, actually. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I dropped a point there. You guys all knew that big time Becky was going to win it. Overthought it. And then we had the main event, the 4-way that became a 5-way. Seth Rollins is now officially Seth freaking Rollins, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't get him anymore, mate. I really... I know that people go on about, you know, like, changing with the times, but he just changes for the sake of it. It's just... He's had how many variations of his entrance music? He's been a messiah, he's been... You know, the normal good guy Shield version. Then we had the glove. Now we've got just a cackling, laughing... I don't know. I just don't get him.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I just find him. It's a step backwards because there's too much element of a comedy character to him now, in my eyes. You don't watch that and think, oh, that's like, you know, I don't know. You think like UFC, you think Conor McGregor, like someone who's flamboyant, plays over the top and cocky, but kind of backs it up. But it don't come across like that. It just comes across really cheesy, and it's a proper cartoony look of a character to me. It doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't. I just don't have any connection to it.
I feel that with so many of these guys. Like the whole, the appeal is only he's a good wrestler. There's no character there. There's nothing more going on.
Yeah,
So,
shame.
a big problem, I think, because he's too good for that. But there you go. Anyway, this was the time. I don't know how they did it, but Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar were in the same place at the same time. Some
CGI
black
magic
magic going on here.
Yeah.
Rumour is the company was sold to Disney and used that wonderful special effects that they use in all the MCU films.
That could be it, actually.
Mm-hmm.
In Endgame, Captain America fought Captain America, so that's probably the same thing.
They could bring back Shawn Michaels out of retirement and do all that de-aging thing that they do on all the films.
We'll just give him a wig.
But no, I don't trust them with that.
That time Undertaker came out with an obvious wig on.
Oh god. Remember the time when Kane's wig fell off? Funnily enough, Shawn Michaels was there for that as well. Oh, turned into my mind.
And in the end, Brock Lesnar wins. Big BL won it. So that's a point for me and Will. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, how long was that match?
It was under 10 minutes.
It was bloody short for what I was expecting. It was just like okay, you're just gonna do that? Just like any other match he's been in.
I thought it was good, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good, but these 5 guys went half as long as Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
The thing that annoys me a little bit, and I know it's an age-old thing, but again, it's that, you know, Brock Lesnar went through a barricade because, you know, he can get battered like that, but it never affects him kind of thing. And then it's just his German suplexes and F5.
Yep.
And,
Every time.
and I know that was like the gimmick of dominating everyone in your face kind of thing, but we've kind of gone past that part of the character now where he's the, well, I say the unstoppable person, but he's just bloody won a match again out of nowhere. But I don't know, I'd like to see more about him, because the thing that's annoying is I could understand it if it was like Goldberg, where, you know, he's an older bloke, you're relying on that's pretty much what you're relying on for stamina purposes and everything, because he can't go a full match. But you know for a fact that Brock Lesnar can still put on a great match because he has done before. He's more than capable. And instead,
he's one of 5.
Well, it just. I mean, I'm not expecting a wrestling classic or anything, but it's just when you think back to matches that he's had with people early on in his career before that dominant win against Cena when it was the suplex thing, and you got a proper match out of him, and now it's just the same every time. I mean, I know that we're going about Cena's 5 moves of doom, but I mean, what the hell?
Lesnar's got 2.
I've said all that though. I do think this is the best Lesnar character we've seen for a long time. Because when he speaks for a start.
I've not seen enough of the TV and stuff to probably appreciate that. But again, it's like you say. I mean, it's good, but it'd just be nice to have a bit of a different in the ring. He was that thing of, you didn't mind when he was champion, when he was dominating everyone because he was on that run, and you didn't mind him doing those moves because the whole thing was he was just destroying people because he knew he could. Whereas now he's not. I mean, yeah, all right, he's just come champion again, but he's not playing the totally, on a 4-year title run kind of thing. It's like he has been beaten now, and he's not been champion before for a long time. So,
couldn't you argue though that a lot of the bigger stars, they were all kind of in the same kind of mold, Did they all do the set of moves and then that's it?
They do, but there's a bit of storytelling to lead to them points, I think, and it feels a bit in and out, and it doesn't help when the match is only 8-9 minutes long, whatever it was. But
yeah,
I'm not saying it. I mean, there's a reason to do it, and I don't I was quite on board when he was only turning up every 2 months and then suplexing everyone to shit, and because you didn't see it a lot. But as time goes on, you'd like to see just a little bit of, if you're not going to have him as that completely dominant character that just does it all the time, then I don't know, just make him have to actually wrestle. I don't know. I'm waffling now.
Well, I don't know if there's 2 ways you can take what you said. That everyone has their big moves, obviously, and there is a WWE style and formula where, well, like the Cena match, you do your whatever in the first 10 minutes, and then you go into that sequence at the end where you do your big moves, and that's when people start paying attention, because you know that only the finishers ever finish a match. What makes all these matches so boring.
If you go back to The Rock, The Rock was the same, wasn't he? The people's elbow into the rock bottom.
Yeah, it's always a thing. And then they trade finishes. Yeah, that whole thing. But there is another version of that, which apparently is the Paul Heyman thing, which is just the finisher spam. The 2 to 5 minute Goldberg match where you... And it came back with Heyman and Lesnar. When they did it, maybe it started with the Cena thing. That went on a bit longer because they really dragged it out. But then they did it with, did you do it with Big Show, I think? And it was just straight, it's demolition, in and out. Goldberg did it. Drew McIntyre did it with Goldberg. Reigns has done it a few times, and it's just in and out. A few big moves, kick out of a few big moves, and then on the third one, that's it. It's just finishes. And that seems to be the big match. Whether it's, it's usually Lesnar, Goldberg, Reigns. I don't think Undertaker's done it. But yeah, you get those ones. There's going to be one on each night of WrestleMania, I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's the new main event thing. As apparently it's a Paul Heyman. Whenever he does the agenting for a match, that's how it turns out. And this was one of those.
I mean, like I say, I mean, when the thing is if you get a Goldberg match, you know for a fact it's not going to go longer than a few minutes, and it's going to be finisher heavy, and
that's how it should be.
And that's all you can do with that person, and I understand that, so I don't expect any more. But we're talking about Lesnar, who's what, 44, 45, and the shape that he's in. He's not at that point where he needs to rely upon that style. He's quite clearly a freak of an athlete, even as he gets older. And you know for a fact that he can at least structure a match rather than it just being that spam finishing style of match, because I think it has its place, but I don't think it should be the only type of match he does, even if he is just trying to do finishes on, in the story or whatever. He should be drawn into a match somehow, or...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. And he does it so well that I don't mind seeing that for, 3 out of 4 of his appearances, because he's great.
Yeah.
He's got that explosiveness that Goldberg has. He makes it look good. I kind of want him to be the beast. I don't want him to have competitive matches over and over. We will get to Jade Cargill. I'm going to say the same damn thing about her. Sometimes it's okay to have that, 98 Goldberg. Just suplex, repeat, whatever. eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. But I also think you're right that when Lesnar had matches with Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, those ones where it's the smaller guys that he went a little longer with, those were his best performances. Maybe not the most impressive or memorable or I don't know anything, but he was able to have great matches with those guys. And one of those occasionally wouldn't be a bad thing.
Well, the one that I kind of liked was when he was in his, I can't remember who it was actually against now, which obviously goes against my point entirely. But he had the bit where he went into the announce table with his stomach, and then they played up on his that
was Finn Balor.
Was it Finn Balor?
Yeah.
But it was that thing of, he's hurt, he's showing signs of weakness kind of thing, and it's like, I think they've done it a few times, to be fair. I don't know if it was in the Daniel Bryan one as well, where he tried to work on it or something, but it just gives another element to the match where it just something a little bit different. And like you say, it doesn't have to be every match, and you don't have to weaken the character to it. It's just nice if he gets drawn into an actual battle, or he has to do something other than the suplexes constantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's... How long's he been back now? When did he show up again, Lesnar?
SummerSlam, weren't it?
SummerSlam. Yeah. Maybe it's time. He's got the belt now. He's going to be having more matches, I guess, more regularly. So maybe it's time for him to do one of those. But for now, that is Big BL winning a point for me and for Will, which means at the end of this show, 7 matches predicted. Is that 7? Yeah, because the 8th one got cancelled. Smooth, bad night. Yeah. I'm afraid. 3 out of 7 for you, Becky Edge. And
don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk. That's fair. I will move on. Me and Beans tied on 6 out of 7. Not bad score. Liv let me down. Biggie let you down, Beans. But Will, if this Edge prediction is true,
I've got last week's show pulled up here.
Yeah. Going through it now.
We can go through it here. Hold on.
I really don't need to listen to that. It's a show.
I know. I was about to say you don't like hearing the sound of your own voice, so.
Well, who does? Especially this voice.
Good point.
Yeah. But yeah, if that's true, then 7 out of 7, perfect night for you. It's, a rare and impressive feat. So
I guess we'll have to investigate after we're done here.
Yeah. And then, do you want to make an acceptance speech for this Perfect Game Award?
No, I must admit, when the show was on, I thought I'd got a perfect night, but I didn't say anything. But... I don't remember picking Miz, so I think you just got that wrong.
Bit of a humble brag there. Yeah, I thought it was perfect, but I wasn't sure. I just wait for you to say it instead.
I am great. Move on.
Okay, let's
go
get
all
to how
Jeff
great
Jarrett.
you are. Overall of this season of the Premium Live Event prediction game, 61 matches we've predicted so far since the WrestleManias. 42 points for you, Smoot.
I don't want to talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it, that's fair. We'll
It's above 50%.
Barely.
It is. It's right around 66%. It's about 2/3, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a good sign that you're progressing there, Smoot, because in the past you were happy with a 50%.
It's true.
Reaching them bigger
Season's-
goals. That brass
Season's
ring.
not over yet.
There's lots of pay-per-view still to go. Will only one ahead on 43 if my numbers are right. So you're going to need a couple more perfect games.
Well,
For me, it's 42.
Smoot's not giving me the point yet, is he?
Yeah, it's in contention.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
There's a question mark, literally.
Although I think you have it, Will. So we got to check the tape.
I believe it. Why would anyone predict this?
Right?
Why would anyone predict Liv? Beans in second on 48 out of 61. That's a strong score. And then so it's someone else here. I can't quite read who it is. My handwriting is bad. Someone has 50 points out of 61. That's pretty good.
2 behind you.
2 behind with how many to go?
Well, there's about 50 matches on WrestleMania, so that's...
Yeah.
That's true.
I think it's just the Rumble and Mania, is there one in the middle?
They don't know, apparently. Wikipedia doesn't have anything listed after the Rumble.
Oh, hang on. The news came out this week, didn't it? They're going back to Saudi at some point in February.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one going to be called?
I think it's Super Showdown again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry.
You're really disappointed at Super Showdown.
It's
It wasn't that bad, to be fair.
It's got a reputation, hasn't it?
Which one was Super Showdown? What was that before?
It's been in Australia Super Showdown as well on it, but
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember the last Super Showdown, actually. It was in Saudi, though.
Super Showdown. There it is, February. In Riyadh. And it had Goldberg beating The Fiend as the main event in 3 minutes. And Reigns beating Corbin in a steel cage. So we've come a long way in the last year.
Yeah.
in some ways we've gone nowhere at all.
So the story I'm just reading here, actually, before we move on. We've been laughing at the new name for a pay-per-view now is Premium Live Event.
Yeah.
Just reading an article here. Apparently they've banned commentators from mentioning the city Greenville.
What? Why?
What?
On Monday's episode, all mentions of the taping's location referred to the state of South Carolina rather than the city of Greenville. According to the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer, the powers that be decided that Greenville sounded too Bush League.
Yeah, that's not the first time they've done that. They'll do a show from a smaller town and say it's like in the shadow of Atlanta or whatever. They'll they'll just say the state that it's in. Like.
Yeah, something similar happened with Raleigh, is it?
Raleigh.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
with WWE only mentioning the state on air, not the city. The US city of Ontario has also been referred to as Southern California.
What's wrong with Raleigh? Isn't that a fairly big city?
Yeah.
It's the WWE language.
Who's from Raleigh? There was a wrestler from Raleigh.
There was. What was it? Don't know.
Did they just call the Hardys from the...
No, they're from Cameron, North Carolina.
Yeah, but I thought maybe they'd do that because Cameron's too small. They'll say they're from Raleigh. Who is from there? Dash Wilder.
I was going under the impression because there's the old terminology of like if you're green means you're not very experienced. So if you're from Greenville,
It's like Jobber Town.
Yeah. Yeah, Dash Wilder is the only thing that's coming up for me over here.
I'm sure there was someone from Raleigh.
Other,
Unless it was some like events there. What's the arena in Raleigh?
Carl Anderson. Well, that just has it as North Carolina. I'm talking about Raleigh, North Carolina.
I think maybe they did shows there. Did they do SummerSlam 2000? Was from Raleigh, North Carolina. That's what I'm thinking of. Because the Hardys were going to win the tag titles there, just down the road from Cameron.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking of them as hometown guys, but they ended up not winning.
I remember being really angry they didn't win that.
Yeah, me too. That's the first show I ever watched, and I was sold on them.
Yeah.
It was one of the rare shows that I actually stayed up to watch live because it was in the school holidays. And I went round to my mate's house and we stayed up and watched it.
That's a hell of a show.
It was a good show. Even if I was extremely disappointed with the choice of tag team victors.
Yeah, what a match that was. Has anything happened WWE this week? I know Lesnar said that he would be on SmackDown.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
He was.
And Reigns is back?
Yeah.
Yep.
That whole 5 days. I was kidding, by the way, last week when I said the 5 days with the CDC guidelines. And sure enough, there he was.
Well, that's the thing.
I honestly thought they might have given him some more time, just obviously with his own medical issues he's had.
Well, apparently, with what he had, the kind of leukemia he had, he didn't have to have chemo. It was some other treatment. And so his immune system actually isn't affected by it, which is good.
Yeah.
So he should be pretty much fine.
But if his immune system wasn't affected by it, he missed a WrestleMania because of that.
Because of he stayed off, didn't he?
He was
there
supposed
was
to
no
face
vaccine then,
Goldberg.
was there? We didn't have the vaccine then, did we? So now he's vaccinated. Says on the shirt he's a needle mover.
Hey.
Sure. Yeah.
That should be a banned term. Wellness policy and all that.
So SmackDown was actually fairly eventful last night.
Did they?
Not for anything that actually happened in the ring, but
really?
some other things that happened. What were you going to say, sorry?
Just a general question of what's going on now, because obviously Lesnar's now the champion of the wrong brand. So he was having a feud with Reigns. He then won the wrong belt, so now Reigns presumably has to do something else, which I would have thought would be a feud with Drew McIntyre, but that's obviously not happening because he's got a crushed neck.
It was all cleared up last night, actually.
Cool.
So Lesnar basically asked for a match with Reigns for title v title. and then Reigns basically said no. And then there was this weird bit where Lesnar kept telling Heyman to shut up, and then Reigns. It was like you see like a dad and a stepdad arguing over the son. A little bit like that.
God.
Because then it just all ended when Reigns, like that situation often does, Reigns just punched Lesnar in the face. And then that was it. So then
Lesnar is back with Heyman now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Lesnar did the whole reigning, defending champion,
Yeah.
Lesnar, and Paul Heyman wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, that's good funny actually. So the story of the night as well was that Adam Pearce was given the decision to decide who Reigns would face at the Rumble.
Right.
And he was right at the end of the night, you just saw Reigns sitting there watching the Usos as being in the main event. So you've been watching the match on the screen, and then don't know if anyone picked it up actually, but there was a knock on the door first, and it was you. If you watch it back, it turned out to be Rollins. Rollins is going to face him at the Rumble.
Which doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Yeah, but if you watch it back, and when he's knocking on the door first, he's knocking on the door to the tune of the Shield theme. I just thought it was quite clever.
Oh, I'll give him that.
Yeah, and he just looks at Reigns, and then does the weird laughing thing that he's been doing lately. The other sort of big news was the Royal Rumble announcements. Because we don't do surprises anymore. They
I don't know why.
just give out a little video package of most people who were going. It was all the women's Royal Rumble, and there was like Kelly, Summer Rae, quite a few old people, the Bellas.
Summer Rae.
Yeah.
She looks great, by the way.
I think the most interesting one was Mickie James.
Impact Knockouts World Champion Mickie James.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tweeted by WWE,
Yes.
referencing
Yeah.
Impact. Wow.
Yes.
Pat McAfee even said Impact Knockouts champion Mickie James.
Yeah.
Huh.
He then also made some reference about she's gonna axe the grind over some garbage that happened in the past. Which, if you read into that, then you can see what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems WWE are opening the forbidden door.
That place that they refuse to even acknowledge existing
Exactly.
because they're too little.
Well, as Smooth said, I think you said on Twitter, I think maybe they don't see it now as competition. AEW is a competition now, so
Maybe that opens the door for the Titan to enter the men's rumble.
the Titan.
Who?
The Titan.
Braun Strowman, the Titan.
Oh,
Oh,
you
really?
actually-
Oh,
is that what he's called?
That's what they're calling him.
Yeah.
Is he in Impact now? Yeah.
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 Okay. Didn't know. Yeah. There's quite a few there.
There's
Former
worse
WWE.
names they could give him, I suppose.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, the Titan's not bad as well. Speaking of Impact, there's
Better
a
than
bit of
no
news.
yes.
Well, yeah. They've got a pay-per-view like right now, apparently.
Impact.
Yeah,
Mickie James.
where
lost the
Mickie James
title.
is actually defending the title. Surely
Get
they're
that shit off her.
surely they're gonna keep the title on because they'll want her to go to WWE with the belt. Surely.
He won't turn up with a
Yeah,
belt,
probably.
Well, they've been teasing that on Twitter. What's his name? Scott Demore, is it?
Yeah.
He's been basically teasing that she's going to show up in the Rumble with the Knockouts Championship.
Oh.
So
I feel like the TSA, her bag's going to be searched like crap by Vince.
do you reckon they reckon they're dealing with the wrong card?
He doesn't realise that Impact is actually TNA.
No,
Impact.
Impact TNA think they're dealing with AEW still, but they haven't realised it's Nick Khan.
Oh, right. Ah.
I like that they've chosen a very self-aware title for this pay-per-view. They called it Hard to Kill. Which I think refers more to the company than...
Yeah.
Damn right. Jesus. That thing's going to outlive us all now.
Oh, yeah.
I think someone mentioned last night, WWE mentioned Impact on SmackDown more than AEW did in the whole deal that they had with them. 'Cause that was the thing, when AEW just weren't mentioning Impact at all.
Very little, yeah. I think the Good Brothers just disappeared from Dynamite. No one mentioned it. They're just gone.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. If it's just a one-off, then fair enough, but be very interesting. And I was just saying, yeah, Impact have got a pay-per-view on
right now.
Yeah. And Tom Phillips, or Tom Hannifin, as he's really known,
That is his real name.
Showed up on the announce desk.
He's replacing Matt Striker, yeah.
Yeah.
So him and D'Lo Brown apparently on.
That's right.
That's a good signing for them. I like Tom Phillips.
Yeah.
Thought he was pretty good. One of the better of the new ones.
There you go. Also sign guys there.
Christ, D'Lo's put weight on. Jeez, swept.
Really? I thought he's lost weight.
He actually looks better than when I last saw him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he looked really bad when he did a few guest appearances on TNA.
Really?
Oh yeah, a few years back.
Is that the WWE guy behind him there? Yeah. Jesus.
Oh yeah. Hackberger behind him.
I couldn't think of his name. Why do I know him? Why?
Because he's a super fan, you know.
It's a super something.
I don't even know what you mean there.
Insert insult.
He's a super showdown.
Also, here's a crazy spot from the Battle of the Belt show that's going on as well.
That's right now as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at this.
TNA and AEW going head to head.
Look at this. Look at this shit.
Oh, wow.
What an insane! This is like days after a table botch on Dynamite, with Ray Phoenix basically almost breaking his arm.
Oh my god, that was horrific.
Was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to show that, but you know, you can look it up on the.
Good god, that was bad.
They blurred it on the ITV version here. I watched it just a couple of hours ago. I think there's a big blurry spot. I thought they always show blood. They do loads of blood in AEW. They show it all the time. So what the hell happened there? It must have been really bad. Looked it up, and it was really bad.
Yeah.
In terms of like gross wrestling injuries, that might be the worst since Sid's broken leg.
Yeah, it looked there.
Somehow not broken. It was just dislocated, according to.
Dislocated the elbow, not even the shoulder. The elbow bent right the wrong way.
I was going to say though, he must have done a hell of a lot of damage to his elbow.
There's a
not
shot
bone
of it.
Wise.
There's a shot of it. I wouldn't enlarge it if you're squeamish in the chat there, but.
Oh, is that the?
Yeah. I can't believe they actually double featured that during the show.
Do you think that they just didn't see it?
I didn't see it when it happened live because I think they cut away to a different angle of it.
Because there was one angle where it didn't look as bad.
Yeah. Ooh.
if you watch it back, like he points to the arm like there's
Hey,
something's
there's
wrong
something
here.
wrong, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting back in.
Yeah, there's something wrong. My arm was just facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Shane D'Lo. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Last week.
D'Lo maybe 10 years ago before he joined the Aces and Eights.
Wow.
Well, he's also with Disco Inferno there, so I mean.
That's bad times all around.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most. I agree. That's probably up there with the broken leg from Sid on that one Nitro, or whatever pay-per-view it was. I'm sorry, not Nitro.
Was it a pay-per-view?
I think it was. Yeah. I'll have to look that up real quick.
Sin is on Sin.
Yeah. One of the last ones that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I noticed somebody on Twitter pointing it out. Reacting to it, and then they did a double feature replay, and I was like, oh, he did mess up his arm. Holy shit.
He really did. And yeah, then tweeted out that nothing broken. He will be back.
Lucky.
But it totally overshadowed the fact that now the Jurassic Express are the new tag champions.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy's first title.
With everybody looking onward onto them after
all the heel tag teams coming out.
Yeah.
Convenient. They were all just hanging around backstage.
There was also the TBS tournament wrapping up as well.
Yep.
With
Jade. I think it went the right way.
Jade Cargill.
The match was too long, but I think Jade's the right champion.
I wasn't sure if it was honestly a difficult final to try to predict, but I think with Jade, talking up all of the big game that she has been, it would have been an absolute disservice for her to not win. I have to say. Yeah, by the way, here's the video.
Oh, you.
Dr. Bill Pritchard on WrestleZone's own Dr. Bill Pritchard.
Bill Pritchard?
Yeah.
He's not a doctor.
Oh, he's not a doctor? Oh, he's just the managing editor. I'm sorry.
Dr. Tom Pritchard is
That's the one that's a doctor. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Bruce Pritchard, he's
an ass.
I did Dr. Tom's website a few years ago.
Oh God, that arm.
Yeah.
Puts it down behind him.
Yeah. That's one of the more gruesome ones. Hold on one sec here.
I don't even want to imagine what that must have felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's almost some ways that you think, would it be less painful if it just come off?
I think inside it must have pretty much come off, right?
That's what I mean. Everything must have torn, ripped, and apart from when he said that it's not a broken bone, yeah, that's great. But you must have ripped every muscle,
all the muscles,
tendon, element. Oh,
yeah.
In some way, surely a broken bone would have been better.
Yeah.
That's horrible. So.
No, I agree. Yeah, hopefully for a speedy recovery, but man, it's wild.
That's got to be I can't imagine that's going to be a bloody. If he comes back quick from that, then fucking hell.
Yeah, you can also see him just immediately pointing to his arm too.
Yeah.
What else happened on the show? I don't know. There was some. The opening title match between Hangman Page and Bryan Danielson was absolutely incredible. I'm surprised they didn't save that for the main event.
Yeah,
well, they wanted to tease that it might go an hour again, didn't they?
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, put it at the 9 o'clock hour. top of the hour there for you.
But then
I thought it was a good match, but I just thought there was a bit too much blood.
There was a lot of blood.
I don't know. Maybe I'm been watching WWE for too long. I'm not used to blood, but I just thought there was a bit too much. I don't think it needed it. But having said that, it was a decent match.
It kept my interest. I'll say that.
Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to another hour. What do you think of their choice of judges?
Paul White,
The world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, and Jerry
Lynn.
Jerry Lynn,
And no more BS, Paul White.
God. Big G.
Big G. Who JR referred to as the big Paul White.
The big Paul White, as if there's a small one.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad that they were ringside, I suppose. I hate that anybody had to be sitting behind Paul White because he probably couldn't see the action over him.
I just felt sorry for Jerry Lynn sitting between those two.
Yeah, he looked tiny.
Yeah. Anyone would.
Yeah, I don't know. Cool. They got judges.
Yeah, they weren't needed.
Yeah, I didn't want to see another draw. The time limit draw was bad enough. It's an incredibly tough sell for me to buy into a match that ends in a draw with nobody winning.
Yeah, I hear that complaint quite a bit, and it's got to be something to do with American sports not really doing tie games draws. Because we have, like, football over here goes to draws all the time, and it's just, oh, well, there you go. That happens. We'll just play again next week. It's not such a big deal for us, but it must just be like an American sports culture thing that people just do not like draws. It feels unsatisfying.
I definitely don't like them.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, Dynamite was pretty good. Overall, even despite the gross arm injury there at the end, but I thought it was pretty good.
Felt like something else big happened on that show. Punk and MGF did the thing.
You know, I really
Punk may have had the line of the year. It's an early contender anyway. And MJF threatened to go main event WrestleMania because Punk couldn't. And Punk's, yeah, all right, go main event night 4 of that buy one get one free extravaganza. Then come back and your ass will be waiting for you.
I hate to say it, but I'm not feeling the CM Punk MJF feud here.
Really?
Really, it just doesn't. It doesn't seem that genuine. It doesn't seem hard hitting with either gentleman with the zingers. And yeah, I don't know. I was expecting kind of more from both of them.
I thought they'd been good. I like the zingers.
I like the brief split screen during the promo. I thought that was different. No more Keith Mitchell in the truck. He retired.
He has retired, yeah.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. It's been fun.
I'm not sure if there's anything else from Dynamite to recap, but like I said, I definitely think it was probably a pretty good show this week to tune into.
Yeah, no, I've actually watched everything this week.
Oh wow!
Even NXT, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's happened on NXT? I know Bron Breakker is the champion now.
Well, now.
Now.
Did we see the reports that come out this week of all the releases?
No, well, I heard that there was a load of releases, but I don't know who they are.
A load of trainers that you wouldn't really know the name of, but the more noticeable names are Samoa Joe again.
Yeah,
yeah,
to be expected.
William Regal, which I think is a big shock.
That's terrible.
There was someone else as well. I can't remember.
Road Dogg.
Road, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The difference of reaction to William Regal to Road Dogg. Oh, really?
Yeah, the William Regal getting released is just
That doesn't
probably
make sense.
stupidest thing they've ever done, I think.
The only reason why I know it happened is because there was that much reaction from actual wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But then it seems like they're going for all the Triple H guys, if you like.
Yeah.
Literally, there's only Shawn Michaels and what's his name, Matt Bloom.
Yeah.
Shawn should be all right. He's a Vince guy.
Well, yeah. But then
Is Robbie Brookside still there?
I think he may actually still be surviving somewhere. Yeah. I thought he'd have well gone. Because he's really good mates with Regal as well.
Regal, yeah.
So yeah, he's hanging on. But that happened on the Wednesday, and just going back 24 hours to the NXT event on the Tuesday night. They were calling it New Year's Evil.
Even though it wasn't on New Year's Eve.
No.
It was in fact day 3 by that point.
It was.
They should have called it that. Yeah.
Day 3. But I don't know if we might get a warning for this. I don't know if you can maybe show some stills of it, maybe. This video of the Braun Breaker entrance from NXT that night. And it kind of makes a lot more sense when you think what happened the day after. Just look at what you got, the old NXT logo on the screen.
Oh yeah.
And then this happens. He's in chains apparently, and then he pulls down the NXT logo.
A little delay.
Oh,
that's not how.
it.
Yeah, that's.
And
not...
then he breaks the X from the old NXT logo. And I think at some point now, obviously we won't see the audio, but I think it's Vic Joseph says
You can see.
he's sending a message there.
You can see the cut in the styrofoam.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Like, I'm sorry, but come on. This is Bush League. This is like Cody Rhodes sledgehammering a throne. Bush League. Come on.
It should have at least had like a zigzag cut, like the Divas Championship when Lakel snapped it in half.
Oh my god.
So it's like his gimmick now. He just breaks things because his name is Braun Breaker.
It's not really a spoiler. He went on to win the NXT title, didn't he?
He just lightly kicks it, by the way. He just
It's clearly
everyone saw it as because he beat Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
So everyone's now seeing this as like the new NXT finally beating the old NXT.
No more LED ring posts, by the way. I like to point that out, which is great.
So
was there a cage or something?
No. And then obviously what happened the next day with all the old NXT staff getting released, it really does seem to be that they want to bury the classic NXT. Which is a shame.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at this rate if Triple H gets released. At this rate, just the way they completely gutted everything that he did for that brand.
Yeah, well, I think Michaels would go first, wouldn't he? You can imagine. I'm surprised he's still there. You know, the amount of changes they've had to go through.
Yeah,
I'd just give up by now. But no, fair play to him. He's sticking in there. But...
I think
it does seem to be the black and gold era is definitely over.
Yeah, I can't tell from because it's an entrance, but I wonder if they're still doing the photo imposed fans that are on the LEDs.
Yeah, they are.
They are?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's pretty fucking Bush League, in my opinion.
On the same show as well, the the cruiserweight title. It's another part of the old NXT. That was in a unification match with the North American Championship. So that's now no more. At one point they were calling it the North American Cruiserweight Championship, but that lasted about 10 minutes.
Not anymore.
And it's now just back to the North American title again. And the Cruiserweight title's no more, which then begs the question, what the hell's the point in 205 Live?
Does
Well,
that still
that's been a question for a while.
It still exists, yeah.
It's just another main event superstars type of program.
It's not even that. It's like a superstars for NXT.
Main event dark.
Yeah. I don't know if you can pull it up there, Smooth. Just get the card up for the last 205 Live. It was on. I think it's on after SmackDown now, isn't it? But, they tape it all in the NXT arena.
Yeah. January 7th.
So I couldn't tell you who anybody is.
Okay.
That's
the commentary is good.
I know that.
What's that?
That there is Ikemen Jiro. He wears a jacket. That's
Right.
That's his gimmick?
do you not know about this?
No, I've never heard of him.
Okay, so he is in a tag team with Kushida.
Uh-huh.
And you know that Kushida's gimmick from back in the day he was at Time Splitters with Alex Shelley, right, in New Japan. So his whole thing is he watched Back to the Future once too many times, and he loves the idea of time travel.
Right.
And he's in a tag team with Ikemen Jiro, who has a jacket.
Right.
So I don't know if you want to guess what their tag name is.
The Jackets. Oh.
No, that's too much Jiro and not enough Kushida. Their tag name is Jacket Time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Wow.
Let's see.
Just gonna leave you with that one. Jacket Time.
Jacket Time. Malik Blade defeated Draco Anthony. Okay. Nikita Lyons, who
Chuck,
very
you're more
attractive.
of an indie wrestler guy than any of us here. Do you know any of these people?
No. No. Nikita Lyons defeated Erica Yan. Ikemen Jiro defeated Ru Feng. Yeah, so this is just basically...
What did you just say then? What name?
Ru Feng.
Ru Feng.
What?
Right
Sorry,
there.
I thought you said roofing.
So
Getting the
Jiro
roof on.
eventually escaped. Jiro eventually escaped Feng's clutches, connected with 5 jacket punches, and soon followed up for the Ikemen slash for the pinfall. He does jacket punches.
Jacket punches, yeah. Fair play to John Chick. He's done a good review of the whole thing.
The new .com eggheads here.
No picture.
Yeah, 205
Oh, Christ,
Live.
he's got a great job. He watches 205 Live and NXT UK.
Yeah.
Wow, that poor guy.
Yeah, wow, he really does. Holy shit.
NXT UK isn't too bad, to be fair.
Now they're going to hide him on the .com page for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because we're criticizing... We're not really
I didn't realise you've just seen him then in one of the pictures. Noam Dar still shows up on NXT UK.
I was wondering about him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Is he still a thing?
He's still there, yeah.
Alicia Fox!
The first thing is what I thought of when I saw him.
Yeah. So Sky
So, yeah,
writes
it's
for...
got to be only a matter of time before they get rid of 205 Live.
Yeah, it has to be, yeah.
It's not 205 weight limit, and it's not live.
Look at this right up here. A lifelong member of the WWE Universe who grew up on the Attitude Era, John Chick majored in journalism at Penn State and spent several years working for Major League Baseball and the National Hockey League. So he's got some, flair underneath the sails.
Credibility, yeah.
Credibility, yeah. While also covering the local Connecticut sports scene. All of that was leading to March of 2017 when John became the copy editor at WWE just in time for WrestleMania 33.
That's what it's all building up to. This is the highlight.
Yeah. Now John thoroughly enjoys going to work every day and occasionally writes articles for WWE.com on top of his editing duties. Holy fuck.
This poor man's got
Journalist for
genuine
MLB.
journalism experience.
For two of the big four sports leagues. And now
Yeah.
he's a copy editor for WWE.com.
Yeah.
Now he's really reached the pinnacle.
Yeah. He's totally not dying on the inside at all.
Writing stories about
He's
jacket.
dying on the outside if you go into his
Jack
office.
punches, yeah. But hey, more power to him. That's just whoever wrote that is, good lord.
I'm sure he wrote it himself.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. What does his jacket punch look like, by the way? Hold on.
Oh wow.
That's a kick.
Kick, yeah. Oh, punch.
That's another kick. How's that a punch? It's a kick. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, maybe it's...
Oh,
we go.
here's the jacket punch. Oh, his hand is in the jacket.
That-
2,
I see.
3, 4. Oh.
Wow.
5.
You know, I mean, at least... You know, at least it's something a little bit different. I'll give it that. I'm not going to rag on it too hard, but the guy having his hand in his jacket and trying to...
So does he wrestle in the jacket?
I guess so.
You just give him the finger?
It looked like it. Hold
I
on.
don't think that's allowed.
He's like, fuck you, buddy. Now that you could definitely mark it off of.
Whoa. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. I'll say that. I won't shit on it too hard. At least it's something different. It may not be good. Here it is again. It may not be good, but it's something different. Like if it was Orange Cassidy, it wouldn't be as bad because he doesn't care, you know. He's more apathetic. This guy is actually trying to make something out of his gimmick here.
Do you think it's
And his
all
jacket.
part of a build-up to the ultimate battle of the Superman punch, the jacket punch?
An
Orange-
orange punch.
Orange Crush versus the Jacket Punch, yeah. Sure.
That reminds me, I came up with a great pun last night. I think you'd be proud of this one.
Oh god. Oh
I
no.
can't wait.
But if Smoke, can you get SmackDown results up?
Yeah.
You need to kind of see it really before
Sure.
I give you the pun.
Sure.
It was Lesnar, Brock Lesnar, who was obviously on SmackDown last night,
Uh-huh.
and he came out wearing a quite amazing coat.
Oh.
The coat itself wasn't particularly good, particularly
really-
special, but
Sorry, they really photoshopped Charlotte there. I'm sorry.
they did, didn't they? Wow. Yeah, then I can go to the photos maybe. Or... Oh, there you go. You see, there he is with the second photo.
Oh, yeah?
There you go. See the
Okay,
coat.
that's a big coat.
And I said, ready for it.
I'm-
It was the BT Sport account actually that tweeted said Brock Lesnar's here with his advocate Paul Heyman, and I said, you see where this is going? Brock Lesnar's here with his advocate.
Oh my god.
Nailed it.
Oh my god.
That's
Because
quite
he's
good.
wearing a
Though.
coat.
No one even retweeted me or nothing. I was quite annoyed.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that now. So I reckon he was planning on going out without it, but then probably saw that clip of Ika Manjiro and thought, you know what? No, it's jacket time.
It's the winter season. Omicron's running amok. Jacket. Yeah, I don't know. It is a look, I guess. I would never expect Brock Lesnar in a jacket. I also wouldn't expect Roman Reigns in a shirt that says Needle Mover in it as well, but nonetheless.
To be honest, when I looked at that one brief image of him wearing the coat, he looked like he borrowed Sheamus's coat.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You're right.
Also, you've gone on to the clip of Johnny Knoxville, because he's involved in WWE for some reason. For some reason, he had these stupid glasses on, making him look like he was blind.
I could show a still of that, hopefully. Yeah, here.
The whole thing, yeah, even that whole segment backstage. Then he did a bit in the ring where he threw Sammy over the top rope, as you would in the Rumble. And yeah, he just had them so stupid glasses on the whole way through it. He's now confirmed for the Rumble. So
Yes, he is on the graphic.
yeah,
You're
so
reaching.
he does look old, doesn't he? The best bit of the whole scene was the when he walked out there, they started playing the Jackass theme.
Yeah. Charlotte Flair.
What are you going to say then, Bean? Sorry.
I can't remember.
You're reaching old when.
Did I say reaching old?
Yeah.
I was going to say we're clutching at straws when you've got to put Johnny Knoxville in the Rumble.
Hey, right?
Yeah. They've fired too many people.
That's what I mean. There's no one going to be in it of any.
They are sort of borrowing talent from TNA right now. So
yeah.
Well, African Cup of Nations rules, so they'll be disqualified.
Did you ever think we get to a point where WWE are borrowing talent from TNA?
No.
Absolutely.
If I'm being honest, no.
But I do remember that time that TNA borrowed Christian, and he really didn't want to be there.
Oh yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
The inducted Ric Flair.
Crazy times, man.
It's a shame this didn't happen a couple of months ago when they were doing that reunion thing. They could have had, or the anniversary was it, whatever it was. They could have had the likes of AJ go back for one show or something. But maybe not.
Never go back.
Never go back. Yeah. Actually, the retweet joke. Someone did it.
Yeah, I thought he deserved it.
He should have more of that joke.
I agree.
Advocate.
Was underappreciated, I think.
Anyway, I think we're out of here. I think we're out of time.
It's a podcast. There is no time limit.
There's no time limit.
You just think we're scraping the barrel now.
Yeah, a little bit.
And you would be right.
We're coming
do
up
we
with
have anything
shit
for the
buns.
look for the Rumble card so far? We mentioned the mixed tag earlier. What we've got so far:
Lesnar and Lashley.
Lashley, which
Finally
cannot happen. The mixed tag: Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair or Doudrop or Liv Morgan.
Just
Awesome.
everything. Yeah. Lesnar Lashley should be good.
Yeah. But we'll probably only be 3
long.
minutes long.
Yeah.
Full of finishes.
Like you say, it can't happen anyway. So.
If we would have accepted your BL prediction, you actually would have been right. By the way,
It would have been right, yeah.
I was so mad.
Big BL was going to win.
I was so mad about that. I really wanted it to be Lashley.
It may be.
Maybe.
They may just give it back to Lashley and then go right back to the Lesnar and Reigns thing. Who knows?
We'll see.
I think I'd like them to do this title v title thing at Mania, but I think you're kind of wasting a title match then, aren't you? Because for the one, I don't mean wasting, it's the wrong word, but for the one title match, you could get 2 out of it, couldn't you? You'd have the
Yeah.
2 titles being someone else.
Yeah, but they haven't got the talent.
That's very true.
What is so funny? Why is Seth Rollins laughing that much?
Is that that clip's
Just when you're
always at the
scrolling
start?
through it, it's like every single frame he's got like laughter.
Leaning back.
Where's that clip start from? Is it where is he at the beginning?
Oh, Reigns
What-
is sat down there.
Yeah, he's like watching his TV.
I do want to hear that knock.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's just before that. Oh, you might hear it.
Okay, hold on. I'll play a little bit of the audio here. Hopefully it doesn't claim this.
Oh,
I know, right?
Oh yeah.
It really is the Shield theme. That's great. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
and then they stare at each other, and Seth Rollins just.
No, he just starts laughing. Yeah.
And the blurb at the bottom was the emergence of the laughing Raw superstar, completely unrelated,
Hold on.
and Reigns opponent.
Hold on. I wonder.
How can he be there? Is this part of the quarterly
Well,
Right.
yeah, this is
something?
it.
Something he can only appear 4 times a year. And...
Yeah. They did not actually mention. They've not actually said the match is happening, but it seems like it is. But yeah, they've not explained how it's happening or why. Or like you say, considering he's on Raw and he's on SmackDown.
I'm having too fun with this.
Bah, bah.
I'm with you. Like, what is so funny? Oh, you looked at the camera. You can't do that. You can't do that, Rowan.
Yeah, he moved his eyes dead quick. If you watch that again, he realises straight away. He goes, "Shit, what have I done?"
Just look around a lot more. So could Rollins beat Reigns for the title and take it back to Raw, and then Lesnar can have the other belt back on SmackDown?
Just have
that the
Adam
way around
Pearce
this?
make him switch it. It's not that big of
Well,
a deal.
Lesnar's a free agent. Isn't
Yeah. That's
he?
what I mean.
Lesnar can do what he likes.
Just have Adam Pearce switch him. That's it. We've done. That's canonical.
Or like Becky
Right.
and Charlotte did.
Yeah.
But a Raw guy needs to have the other belt for
Sorry.
Lesnar to defend it against Reigns on SmackDown, right? So
Yeah, the Universal Championship's blue.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
give him the blue one, make it red, and there you go.
there you go. They have to swap them over.
This is not. It's not rocket science, people.
There was a great line actually during that main event with the Usos and the New Day in a street fight, and I think it was the New Day. Kofi was getting a table out, and Pat McAfee said, "I'm not sure it was the Usos. The Usos were getting the table out." And Pat McAfee said, "These guys know a lot about tables. The cousin's the head of one."
Ah,
I thought it was quite good. Not as good as Advocate though.
no.
And on that note,
Alrighty. I think we're out of time
I
here.
think we've reached the limit, haven't we?
Yeah. We
Oh,
tried
Sasha
to,
Banks is injured. That was the other bit of news.
what?
Sasha Banks has done something to her foot. She's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was news today. Something that happened at a live event in Fayetteville.
Alrighty. Well, hopefully she's on the mend and recovers soon. Anything else before we go?
I'm just checking the news, but I don't think we've got anything else now.
Alrighty. Well, we'll be back next week, hopefully, with another week in wrestling. And this has been fun. I gotta say, this was a pretty fun one, despite me losing my ass off in the prediction game. So, we'll be back
Still
next
time to
week.
turn it around.
Again, once again, Beans, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we'll
Happy
see you next
birthday,
week.
Pete.
Have a great one, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you then. Good night.